In the hustle and bustle of life, we sometimes come across stories of abandonment and suffering beyond imagination. A small dog, named Bella, was found on the street in a heartbreaking condition, emaciated to the point of being skin and bones, severely malnourished, and with severely infected skin. With fearful eyes and a fragile body, Bella seemed to have lost faith in humans. However, Bella's journey from despair to hope and recovery is not only a deeply touching story but also a reminder of the power of compassion. This story tells of the people who were determined to give Bella a new life, where she would be truly loved and cared for, turning her wounds into joy and hope. Bella's journey, from abandonment to unconditional love, a story of healing and redemption. In a world where countless animals suffer from neglect and abandonment, Bella's tale stands as a moving testament to resilience, love, and the transformative power of compassion. Found alone and in desperate need of help, Bella's story began on a day that would change her life forever. Her journey from fear and weakness to health and trust is an emotional testament to the strength that animals possess and the healing that human kindness can provide. This is the story of Bella's recovery, the people who refused to give up on her, and the unbreakable bond that emerged from one dog's struggle and her ultimate redemption. Beyond Bella's personal journey, her story also shines a light on the importance of animal protection and the unbreakable hope that resides within those who rescue and care for animals like her. 1. The discovery, a shocking sight on a quiet morning. One spring morning, as the sun rose over the city streets, a passerby noticed an unusual sight. There, lying motionless and frail, was a dog that looked as though she had been abandoned for days, maybe even weeks. Her ribs protruded beneath her thin fur, and her eyes were dull, lacking the sparkle that is typically so characteristic of dogs. It was as if life had drained out of her. Bella had been left alone, vulnerable to the harsh elements and unable to fend for herself. A local resident who saw her couldn't ignore the sight. Approaching cautiously, they reached out to the nearest animal rescue organization, describing Bella's condition and the urgency of her situation. It was a race against time. When the rescue team arrived, they were horrified by what they found. Bella was almost skeletal, and her coat was sparse, revealing inflamed, infected skin. She looked like she had given up on life, her head low and her body trembling slightly from hunger and exhaustion. The rescue team took swift action, gently encouraging Bella to get into their vehicle. Though she was frightened and untrusting, the rescuers knew they had to move quickly. Bella's low blood sugar levels made her fragile, and they could see she was in dire need of medical attention. She was whisked away to the shelter, marking the start of her incredible journey of healing. 2. A new beginning, Bella's first days at the shelter. Bella's first few days at the shelter were challenging. Her condition required round-the-clock care, with the veterinary team working tirelessly to stabilize her. She was given small, nutrient-rich meals to help her regain her strength without overwhelming her system, and her skin infections were treated with special ointments and medications. But beyond her physical ailments, Bella's emotional wounds were just as evident. She was wary of people, her eyes full of caution whenever anyone approached. Shelter workers took turns sitting with her, speaking in calm, gentle voices, allowing her to slowly adjust to their presence. In those early days, Bella often retreated to a corner of her kennel, her body curled tightly as if to shield herself from the world. Yet, every day, the shelter staff saw small but significant changes. She began to lift her head, responding slyly to the sound of their voices, and even allowed some of them to gently pet her. These tiny signs of progress were heartening to everyone involved in her recovery. 3. Bonding through patience, building trust one day at a time. The journey to Bella's recovery wasn't just about physical rehabilitation, it was about restoring her faith in humans. The shelter staff knew that Bella needed patience, gentle interactions, and consistency to build the trust she had lost. One shelter volunteer, Emma, became especially close to Bella. Emma would sit beside Bella's kennel each day, reading softly or simply being present, allowing Bella to approach in her own time. Slowly, Bella grew more comfortable, inching closer to Emma, curious about this human who showed her kindness without expectation. Emma introduced Bella to different activities in a safe and controlled manner. She would toss a small ball nearby, giving Bella the chance to interact if she wanted. Over time, Bella began to respond, showing signs of interest. The once fearful dog started wagging her tail ever so slightly, a small but monumental sign of progress. One memorable day, Bella surprised everyone by gently nudging Emma's hand with her nose, seeking a pet. It was a breakthrough moment, a sign that Bella was beginning to trust once again. The shelter staff celebrated this milestone, encouraged that Bella was slowly finding her way back from the trauma of abandonment. 4. Finding joy again, the transformation from fear to playfulness. With each passing week, Bella continued to blossom. She was steadily gaining weight, and her coat was starting to grow back, showing a healthy shine. Her physical health was improving, but what was most remarkable was her personality that was slowly emerging. Bella began to show a playful side, something the shelter staff hadn't seen before. Emma introduced Bella to new toys, one of which, a soft plush toy, became her favorite. She would carry it around in her mouth, playfully tossing it in the air and even showing it off to other shelter dogs. Bella had rediscovered joy, and her transformation was inspiring everyone around her. The staff took Bella on regular walks around the shelter grounds, where she could explore the environment and experience freedom she had likely never known. Bella would pause to sniff every flower, reveling in the simple pleasures that had once been out of reach. Her confidence grew with each new experience, and she began to approach people with enthusiasm, no longer fearful but curious and open to forming bonds. 5. A forever home, finding a family who would love her unconditionally. As Bella's story was shared on social media, her incredible journey touched the hearts of thousands. People from all around reached out, eager to give Bella the home she deserved. But the shelter was careful, wanting to find a family who truly understood Bella's journey and would provide her with the security and love she needed. Eventually, the perfect family came forward. They had experience with rescue animals and were committed to giving Bella the life she had missed out on. The day Bella left the shelter was bittersweet for the staff who had cared for her, but they knew she was going to a place where she would be cherished. In her new home, Bella has continued to thrive. She spends her days exploring her surroundings, playing with her new family, and receiving the love and care that every animal deserves. Her transformation from a frightened, malnourished dog to a joyful, affectionate companion has been nothing short of miraculous. The message of Bella's journey, a call for compassion. Bella's story is a powerful reminder of the impact of kindness and the resilience of animals. Her transformation from abandonment to love is not only an inspiration but also a call to action for animal welfare. Bella's journey reminds us that every animal deserves respect, care, and a chance at happiness. Her story urges us to reflect on how we treat animals and what we can do to protect them. What Bella's story teaches us: the importance of animal welfare. Bella's journey serves as a reminder that animal welfare is a shared responsibility. Here are some key lessons from her story. Compassion changes lives. Bella's life was saved by people who cared. Simple acts of kindness, such as contacting a rescue or offering food and water, can make a world of difference for an animal in need. Adoption saves lives. Bella found a forever home thanks to people who opened their hearts to her. Adopting from shelters and rescues provides animals like Bella with a second chance and reduces the number of abandoned pets. Education and awareness. Bella's story highlights the need for education on responsible pet ownership. Ensuring that people understand the commitment involved in having a pet can prevent cases of abandonment and neglect. Supporting animal rescue efforts. How you can make a difference. Bella's journey wouldn't have been possible without the shelter's dedication and the support of compassionate individuals. Here are ways you can support animal welfare efforts. Volunteer at local shelters. Spend time with animals in shelters to help them socialize and build trust. Even a few hours a week can make a huge difference. Donate to animal rescues. Many shelters rely on donations to fund medical treatments, food, and shelter for animals in need. Spread awareness. Share stories like Bella's to encourage others to consider adoption and highlight the importance of caring for animals. Adopt, don't shop. By choosing to adopt from shelters, you can save a life and help reduce the number of animals in need of homes. Conclusion: Bella's legacy of hope and love. Today, Bella's story continues to inspire others, reminding us that animals, like humans, can overcome trauma and find happiness. Her journey from abandonment to love shows that with a little compassion, even the most broken spirits can heal. Bella's life is a testament to the power of kindness and the resilience of animals. As we reflect on her story, may we all be reminded of the importance of treating animals with the respect, care, and love they so deeply deserve. Let Bella's journey inspire us to make a difference, one act of compassion at a time.